All right, guys, and we're back here with Suzette and Chris. So, Suzette, you're telling us an amazing story about a gift.
Yeah, because you asked us if we, Selena gave gifts, and I told Chris, I said, how could you forget the most biggest gift that she gave you? They were married, their 1 year anniversary. She surprised him with a big old car, like a truck, a big truck, a big old pickup truck.
Nice.
Big old red bow on top of it and everything. He freaked out. It was really cool.
Well, yeah, we had gone to look and, you know, looked at a few different ones, and she, I guess she could see which one, you know, because
narrowed in on.
Yeah, it was like a big step for me, you know. So I'm like, let me think about it, whatever. Next thing, our anniversary was right around the corner, and it just kind of magically appeared.
Oh my God, awesome. She's the biggest heart. Earlier you were saying that you had a dream about Selena. Now that you guys are, do you guys dream about her? Do you feel, especially our presence now, like, because she's so, you know, with the wax, you know, the wax figure and the MACSelena, do you feel her?
Well, I feel her all the time. She's in my heart.
Yeah.
She's in my heart, so she's always with me.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just, of course we dream about her, you know. I know I do. I think, yeah, she's our loved one and we miss her. And there are certain things, though, that will trigger that. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, sometimes if I listen to our music, like, the whole day, and I find myself, like, I wake up and it's cool because I can normally remember my dream. And it's always, I don't know why, but in our dream, like, we're all, like, it feels like we're hanging out, but then we turn into, like, crime fighters. And, I don't know, it's just kind of weird like that.
Is that what you dream about? You guys turn into crime fighters?
I don't know, it's kind of weird like that. Like, she was like, and it's kind of like if we were just having a conversation, like, hey, what do you do? Hey, nothing much, so what's up? And just kind of that type of conversation. And it seems to always be that type of theme. And then, I don't know, then it turns into the crime fighting thing. Then we can, I don't know, it's kind of crazy.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Sisters.
I like
sisters, yeah.
Okay, so we're here in Corpus at this auditorium, which is called Selena Auditorium. This has special meaning for you guys,
definitely.
right? Because Selena performed here?
We used to do TV shows here.
TV shows, yeah, the Johnny Canal show we filmed here, at least a few of them here. And after she passed away, the city named it, you know, renamed it the Selena Auditorium. And how fitting.
I know, it's beautiful. Did y'all do any special rituals before you would perform? Any, like, group prayers or anything to get you guys psyched to go out there and perform?
No, it was kind of like, how long
do this?
What are we going to eat later?
Yeah, it was what we did, you know. We had, I guess, our routine, and Suzette was the, make sure everybody's wearing the right
color of black, the right color of black.
Wait, there's a different colors of black?
Yeah. Well, for us, we would either have we'd say our good black would be our leather. Like the styling black would be our leather, because back then leather pants were like cool. And so
they're still pretty cool.
Yeah, or the black
and you
vest.
better not come with any faded jeans.
Yeah, never faded jeans. Yeah, no faded jeans were allowed if we were gonna wear all black. Because Selena always had so many different outfits, so it was just easier for us after a while, minus the cow print outfits.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. This was later
Texas
on.
girl.
Yeah, later on, we just decided that it was easier for us just to wear all black because she would change out her outfits so much.
Make her
so yeah, so that, and it was just easier to get a new look.
Yeah,
and keeping us kind of like, so instead of dressing there was 8 of us, I believe 8 or 9 of us performing, like our full band with the backup singers and the 2 keyboard players and my brother, him, and, you know, the percussionist also. So it was just easier for her to do her thing.
That's, you know, a lot of people, because these questions came from our readers who love you guys so much, our viewers, was about her clothing line. Because, you know, she had that store in San Antonio. Yes. So will y'all continue a clothing line for her? Have y'all thought about that?
Yeah, we have. We've been approached, and just maybe stay tuned. Stay tuned. We hope, you know, of course I do. You know, this shortly after she passed, Sears picked up her line, so did JCPenney's. Unfortunately, it was short-lived due to the fact that the manufacturer that was actually manufacturing the clothing got bought out by Hagar. Yeah. And so all the new lines, the new what they consider baby lines, that were in this company, when the bought out happened, they got rid of all of them, and Selena was one of them. And that's the only reason why.
We're ready. They're ready.
Yeah, and I hope so.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, I'm sure that it'll eventually happen again. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, so someone asked, So what advice do you have for young girls that would like to start their own fashion or beauty lines? Because so many people are inspired by Selena. Any questions about the business, being in the business?
Man, I'm sure so much has changed. I mean, I was starting to learn a little bit about it back in the day. We were going back 21 years, so I'm sure a lot of things have changed, and I would probably be speaking about something I know nothing about.
I just think that, I think just stay focused on what your dream is, you know what I mean? And you'll know. And then having the backing of your family is very important, in whatever you want to achieve, whether it be in fashion or, makeup or designing or anything, modeling, whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, it's always about just staying focused and just keeping your dream, not too far away and to be able to reach it.
No, you guys have done so much for Selena. If she were here, still alive, what do you think that she would have accomplished by now? Because she had so many dreams. She was doing the beauty line, the fashion, the music. I mean, the sky's the limit, but what do you think, Chris? Where do you think she would have been if she was still alive?
Well, I mean, from my perspective, obviously the music would have been her main thing, I think. But she was looking forward to starting a family and things like that.
She would have been a great mom.
Yeah, for sure. I think, and of course, that would have been probably the most. Not probably, that would have been the most important thing to her. So.
Yeah.
But as she's proven, in the past to me, it's like she could do many things all at the same time. As a matter of fact, I mean, she was working on the perfume line. She was working on the boutiques and the clothing. Y'all were talking about the clothing earlier. A clothing line. She left behind so many sketches and pads of her ideas and things like that. So there's a lot to pull from.
Yeah, and it's just that was, I don't know if a lot of people out there realize that Selena was actually attending a university, a college. She was trying to get her business degree because she felt that was something that she needed to do to be able to help her business grow. It wasn't just about the fashion, there was another end of it, and she knew that. And so she wanted to educate herself more on the other side of business and in regards to retail. So I think that it just speaks volumes, that alone speaks volumes, that she that she didn't let anything stop her, and everything that she wanted to do, she was doing it. And unfortunately it didn't happen the way that it was supposed to be. But I agree with Chris. I think that on the top #1 list, I think she would have been the best mom ever.
I know she would have been the best mom. So Chris, people feel like they know Selena. Like I keep saying, I feel like everyone's like Selena. Girls that weren't even born when she was still alive. But is there anything that they don't know that you think you know about Selena, or you'd like to share?
I think we kind of touched on it a second ago. Is the fact that she was such a hard worker. I mean, she had a God-given talent in her performances and her singing, her voice. But she also worked really hard at that, but a lot of the other things too. It wasn't easy to accomplish what she did. And she wasn't afraid of it, from the correspondence courses to just all the other projects that she was wanting to finish. She had started quite a few of them. She finished some of them, but there were some other things in the work that unfortunately she didn't get to finish. But that would be the main thing, is that she was a really hard worker. She wasn't literally afraid to get her hands dirty, whether it was the yard or building something.
One of the things that I find, growing up with her, she literally was good at everything. Remember when she would bake cookies and stuff, she wouldn't even measure anything. She'd just
What kind of cookies does she like to make?
She made a lot of the sugar cookies, just basic, simple stuff, but she never really, she just kind of was a natural at a little bit of everything. She could sew, she could, I used to be mad. The only thing that I was better at her doing was coloring. Other than that, she had me beat on everything, but she had a really natural knack to pick up stuff really quick and learn really quick. And if she felt like she, wanted to try, baking a fish. Remember she did the baked fish?
That was amazing.
Yeah, it came out amazing. And I was like, what did you put in it? I don't know. I just put a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it came out amazing. And it was her first time doing it in foil, and so it just speaks volumes of who she was, and she didn't let that stand in front of her.
No, she certainly didn't. So so someone asked Chris that you wrote a book, okay? And it says in the book you talk about Selena's apprehension about leaving Los Dinos and crossing over, and that maybe it was something that she might have been nervous about.
Well, she was nervous about the whole English album.
Yeah.
And because it was a new step for all of us.
Yeah.
Everybody in the band. But her, she definitely felt, it was a dream of hers, so I don't want anybody to get it twisted, but she felt some pressure going, because it's stepping into another world. And even though we used to do a lot of pop songs when we would play live, this was going to be her original thing.
Yeah, and not only that, but you have to understand, like, I remember, her saying that her comfort zone, we as her family have always been by her side, and to look back and see, us behind her, there's comfort in that. And then now, we all were okay with it. First of all, I want everybody to know that if the crossover would have happened and she would have been here, we all knew that Chris would probably, you were still working, you were really wanting to cross over and do your rock stuff, but even at that, like, I'm sure you're probably going to be your guitar player, but I knew that for me, I was not, technically able to give what I needed to as a musician to crossing over. So I knew my role was going to change. We talked about it. We sat down and talked about it as a family. And Abe too, and we were just going to take on different roles and more behind the scenes stuff, and making sure that we were still going to be there, but on a different side of it, and not necessarily behind her. So yeah, she was nervous about it. She was extremely nervous about it, and unsure. But she at the same time, it's something that she always dreamed about, and she was going for it.
That's amazing. That's super beautiful, guys. Okay, so this is one kind of crazy question, but a lot of weird people asked, did she like rap music? Did she, because people always think about her with like the Hano and then maybe the pop. Did she like different types of music that we don't know about, like country or rap music?
She listened to everything.
Yeah. She's, I still have her CD collection, and it goes from, country to Natalie Cole.
It would be cassette collection. Oh
my goodness, right?
She had a bunch of those too, But like, from Natalie Cole to country music to the rock stuff to jazz, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, she really liked a little bit of everything.
And she was okay, so we're winding up. Just last questions for each of these guys, and thank y'all for watching and for holding that back there, Mary, Beth. So a reader had a question which said that you guys, they read, like to play pranks on each other all the time, that you and Selena like to play pranks on each other. So is there any time that she pranked you on tour that was totally crazy or funny that you remembered?
Oh man, that was a good one. One time we took out the icing of cookies, and we put toothpaste in them.
Oh, no way!
So,
that's disgusting.
But it was kind of good because it had just like a mint cookie. It wasn't too bad.
Remember when she got David with the Coke can and the lipstick on the bottom?
Oh yes, we have that actually on film.
Yeah.
And what did she do?
It was like she would have a Coke can, and our security guy, he had a Coke can, but she had lined the bottom of his, I think, with lipstick. And she was like, anything, whatever I do to the can, see how fast you can copy me. So she's doing this and swiping her face.
She's doing this, and then she's swiping her face, and so he's doing the same thing. He's putting lipstick all over himself, and he doesn't realize that he's doing that. Yeah.
Well, what about you? Did you guys have any special little like rituals that you remember just that two of y'all did, to relax or unwind?
It's crazy because my like, of course, we had our relationship, and most people, you go off and you go to work, and the guy goes over here and their partner goes over there, and then during the day you're doing what you do, and then at night, you have your other life. Well, we lived ours together constantly because what I did and what I loved to do growing up, wanting to play guitar, I just remember I'd be in one of the bedrooms working on something or just playing because it's what I love to do, and her sitting in there reading her book, it was like our little quiet time, but it wasn't much different than, being on the road. So.
Yeah. It was just quiet next to each other?
Yeah, like we got our like that was our peace and quiet time. Like I played guitar on stage and in the studio or whatever, but that was also what I loved to do when I was just chilling at the house. Some people like to play video games some people like to read. And so she'd always be like going through those fashion magazines and stuff while I'm sitting there playing, getting her ideas.
Well, and all her ideas are now coming into fruition with this MACSelena line and all the things that we're doing. Guys, thank you so much.
You.
It's such an honor to be here with y'all.
Can we just do a little shout out love to everyone that's watching?
Yes, please, guys. Do we talk straight to the audience because we have tons of people watching now?
Hi, everyone at Latina.
Hello.
Appreciate all the love. We really do. Wish you could be here.
All right, and you know it's Latina's happy 20th anniversary this year. Can you all say
Well,
happy 20th?
Yeah, happy 20th.
All right, Latinas. And guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been such an amazing honor. And be sure we'll keep being live all weekend because tomorrow we're going to get some amazing performances and it's the official launch of the collection.
Tomorrow's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
And I know you all have a lot of questions, so we're going to try to get some of those questions answered. But until next time, adios from
Bye.
Corpus.